hi, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. If I look tired, it's because I'm wearing like no makeup, so there you go. Today we're gonna be reviewing episode 6 of Yuri on Ice. The beauty that is Yuri on Ice. Let's just talk about it. Victory. Is it a thing? Is it canon? I think so. In this episode is the China Cup of China. I don't know, the next step in Yuri's journey to go to the Grand Prix. Why are you falling? So I don't know exactly how it works, but I'm pretty sure Yuri has to win this one. Or last episode he pretty much kind of said that he was gonna win this. I'm pretty sure he was talking about this one. Or he was talking about one of the cups. But he pretty much said that he's gonna win gold, I think, at one point or another. So he kind of has to step it up for this. And he kind of feels a little bit nervous. But then once he sees some of his friends totally, you know, jumping on Victor, he's like, whoa, everyone needs to back off because he is mine and I need to show the world that he is mine and I need to show Victor that he is mine and he shouldn't focus on anyone else. And well, Yuri did just that. We had a lot of great victory moments in this episode. We had the whole Yuri like pulling Victor in and being like, keep your eyes on me or something like that, and you're like, oh my god, what? And then all their hand holding that night when they went out with the other skaters and Victor is like shirtless and yep. And just like there's just a lot of really great victory moments. Like literally most of the episode, in somewhere or another, they're touching. Like when they're watching the other skaters, like Victor straight up has his arms around Yuri and you're like, guys, but actually that like half of the things that Yuri said or Victor said throughout this episode, I just like died because I'm like, oh my gosh. There's this whole thing where like all the other skaters were kind of fangirling over Victor and Yuri was kind of like, and Chris even said at one point like, Yuri, you're stealing Victor for yourself, like that's not fair of you. And Yuri is like, he really thinks about it and he's like, you know what, like yeah, I want Victor all to myself. And you're like, ugh, this ship, Victory, I love it so much. Like, they're just being so obvious about it. They're adorable. Yuri is skating for love, and that love is his love for Victor, and I definitely think that Victor is not gonna have eyes for anyone else except you, Yuri, because that's what it seems like right now. Holding hands, holding each other. It's just, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. In this episode, we meet a bunch of the other skaters who are competing at the China Cup of China. We meet Chris. We'll talk about him. We meet Pitchit. We meet Leo. We meet Guanghong. And we meet Georgie. One of Victor's old teammates, I think. So we got a whole crop of pretty boys, except for Georgie because he's a little but we have a whole new crop of characters that we can just love and obsess over. So I was digging this episode a lot. It was really cool because it's not like they were just thrown in there and like we didn't really get to see them at all, but we kind of got to see a little bit of each character and I really enjoyed it through their skating routines, and you got to see how each character was, and I really had fun with that because we got to see like the music choices, their skating style, and like I just said about 5 times, I really enjoyed that. I really liked Leo's performance, I think that's his name, because he choreographed his own performance and he just did it because he wanted to show what the music meant for him, and music plays like a huge part in his life, so that's how he choreographed his routine. Georgie, I don't know how to say his name. His routine was totally directed at his ex and it was great. It was funny, I liked it, it was full of emotion. And we got to see a little bit of Yurio because Yurio was watching. He wasn't very happy with Yuri's performance or Georgie's performance. That guy's performance. He's just such an angsty little kitten. I just really enjoyed it because it's not like it was just focused on Yuri the whole time, but we got to actually see routines of every single character that he was skating against, and we didn't actually, I feel like we didn't see that as much in the last episode with his other competitors, but like we do clearly see that in this episode, so that was really cool. As for Yuri, Yuri's performance was amazing. It was different from what we've seen from him before. He was in it to win it. He was in it to show Victor who he is and how he wants Victor to himself, and it was beautiful. And while we've seen this routine a bunch of times before, like this is a completely new side of him where he was fully embracing it. He wasn't doing it for the food or for the ladies or anything. He was doing it for Victor, and he wanted to show Victor who he was. And it was so beautiful, and I loved it. Of course, we have to talk about Chris, because Chris and that booty dough, it is just... Yep, Chris was totally battling Yuri in sexual appeal because he's like, man, my mature Eros is totally gonna wipe out that innocent Eros of Yuri's. And he tried. He didn't get as nearly high of a score as Yuri. Yuri got an amazing score of over 100. Everyone else had less than 100. And Chris's performance was just beautiful though, because that booty dough. The end of the episode, we are left with Yuri in first place right now after the free routine. The short program. Is that what it's called? Trying to keep up to date with the skating terms. But they have the free routine next. So apparently Yuri's not used to being in first, so everyone's a little worried about how he's gonna do, and I'm kind of worried as well. I hope he doesn't crash and fall and crash and burn. That's what I'm looking for. Hopefully he doesn't, because I feel like they're putting a lot of emphasis on the fact that Yuri's never been in first before. What is he gonna do? So I really hope that nothing bad happens, but you never know. I would just like to say that I really also just very much enjoy the music choices that this anime has picked, because they are really great. They really go with each routine, with each skater. I don't know. They did good with the music, because I feel like with figure skating, the music is sometimes like not relatable and you're not really like, oh, I dig this, but like they're doing a really good job with the music choices, I think. But yeah, that's the end of my review. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are all amazing, wonderful people. I make a bunch of videos a week, and bye!